G'day. It's my first real video blog, I guess, talking straight to the camera. Been thinking a bit. I remember seeing the videos on the As One gathering in San Francisco, and was sort of half interested, thought that, you know, there's no way I could have actually travelled there in the time that I found out it was on and the costs involved, but I thought it was something that was neat that the community was getting together to, you know, have a catch up. But then I was also wondering what, you know, like some people have commented, what you do when you get there. You know, you meet people that you've seen on video, shake their hand, and where do you go from there for conversations. However, the idea is great. I do like it. But it reminded me of something that many years ago, I was on ICQ, the early days of that, and met quite a few people through that ICQ, and organised it. I did some sort of backpacking travel through USA and Canada, and stayed at various people's places. They were very kind enough to put me up, you know, and it was a very you know, cheap way of travelling through. And I've obviously, you know, tried to pay my way and pay them out for a meal or something, and say thank you. And I've had a few people stay with me here the same sort of way, and I was wondering, you know, there was talk about As One gathering on the 7th of the 7th, 07 in Australia, but I know there's now other events happening in the US that people will be, you know, more interested in travelling to, since it's close at home. But it made me think, I mean, I live in Brisbane, which is a long way from Melbourne or Sydney, if there was a gathering there. But in the scheme of things, I'm very, you know, like many Australians, very proud of our country and like showing off and like being a host. And therefore the idea of sort of offering to selected YouTubers a means of cheaper travel out to Australia to, you know, put them up. I've always got a few spare rooms, a few spare beds, and like I said, like being a host and a guide and show them around. The trouble being, of course, is how do you select, how do you put yourself out there without giving away your name and address and phone number, and whether they're going to steal the silverware, or whether you're going to lock up your valuables, or axe murderers and stalkers and all sorts of things. But in general, you can get to know someone fairly well by looking at their profile and seeing what videos they put together. Anyway, I just thought I'd put that out there to other YouTubers, what their thoughts were. It was a way of having a central database of maybe people put down that like to travel to these places. Someone that wants to be a host can have a look at that site, look at the people that want to visit their area, have a bit of investigation. If they like what they see, then somehow, you know, swap details, a few emails, and then, you know, whatever, a few phone calls until both parties all feel comfortable with each other, and set up from there. Anyway, just something to think about.